Hi, hello everyone. Myself Dinesh. So this is my first video on technical front. So let me quickly introduce about myself. I'm a software professional. I'm working in one of the leading MNCs in the world. So I'm into these wireless technologies basically. So I personally work into a 4G, 5G, voice over LTE, voice over Wi-Fi, eSIM. There are a lot of wireless technologies currently. So we personally work on them. So you can very well share any of your thoughts, any of your clarifications if you are interested to know any of these technologies. So feel free to use the comment section. So I'll be happy to help you out. Yeah. So in this video, I would like to talk about eSIM, what an eSIM and how an eSIM works. And more importantly, I would like to share the transfer of an eSIM from one device to another device. Yeah. Now let's talk about eSIM. So eSIM is a virtual card. So as you know, it's not a physical entity. So you cannot, like you do for physical, you cannot pull it or you cannot touch it. It's a logical card which sits on the hardware. So next important thing is a QR code. QR stands for quick response. It's a black and white square box. Once you go to the retail shop and once you get an eSIM, so you can see on the SIM cover itself. So there is some important and critical information which is embedded onto this QR code. That is nothing but the SMTP server details. So once the device scans this QR code, it fetches this SMTP server details from the QR code. It reads it, and it directly reaches to the SMTP server and tries to download the eSIM and installs onto the device. So this is a simple way of understanding an eSIM functionality post scanning the QR code. So now let's understand better what is this SMTP and what is the SIM profile I'm talking about. SMTP stands for Session Management Data Preparation. So this is an operator equipment, so which sits on the operator environment. The operator feeds this server with SIM profiles. So this SIM profile is nothing but each SIM profile will have a lot of attributes inside, like IMSI is provided and ICCID of the SIM card. So IMSI is nothing but an international subscriber identity. ICCID is an internationally any SIM can be identified, and a set of security algorithms which the operator want to use during the transmission from over the air from the network to the eSIM. So these are all combinedly called SIM profile. So like that, there are so many SIM profiles are embedded onto this SMTP server. This is what it happens when the device scans the QR code. So this is the overall eSIM functionality at a very higher level. This is another topic, like how to transfer an eSIM from one device to another device. So this is a different process we never heard or we never experienced, because so far we use the physical cards which are very conventional. Just pull out from one device and just insert into another device, and that's it. It comes and you just use it as usual. But here it's a different approach completely. So this approach is an SMS approach. So this supported by all the major Indian operators, Airtel, Jio, and Vodafone Idea. Everyone supports this SMS approach. So this is a process which I recently did it on my Vodafone Idea eSIM. So I try to shift my eSIM from my old hardware to the new hardware. So here is the process. So you just need to send an SMS. So first one is a mistake. SMS space eSIM is not the correct command. So you have to use the second command instead. eSIM space a registered email ID to 199. So a registered email ID, you have to make sure it is a correct one. So because the Vodafone Idea is going to send the QR code or the SIM profile to this email ID. So make sure you have to give a valid email ID here. So post that, if you're fortunate, if your email ID is registered, that's fine. If it is not registered, So in my case, my email ID is not registered, so I have to send another SMS to 199 like email space registered email ID. So then it's gonna take some time, like 2 hours in the best case, and the worst case it takes 48 hours. So once that is done, then again send the same command what we used before, is email space registered email ID. So then you will get a response from 199 like this. So they have received your eSIM update request for whatever the phone number you want to shift, and it also indicates a three-step mandatory validation process. One is SMS, auto-generated call from this number, and the QR code. So now there is another instruction you will get from 199 is, so you need to send a confirmation that meaning you are the right owner. You need to send a comment something like eSIM Y to 199. So that's what I did. If you see in my second screenshot here, so I did an eSIM. I confirmed the consent, my consent to 199 eSIM Y. Then I got a response like, thank you for your response. You will shortly receive an auto call on. So it's basically another further consent uh, to check I'm the right owner of the request. So then I just confirmed it. Then that's it. So we have received your eSIM upgrade request. So that's it. Within a day, you will get an registered email. You will get a QR code to the registered email ID. Now I want to show you eSIM transfer process for all the Indian operators. So like I mentioned before, every major operator in India supports this SMS approach. So just now we discussed for Vodafone Idea how we have to transfer an eSIM for Vodafone Idea. So now we see the rest of the Indian carriers. So the other one is a major one, Airtel. So it is ditto process what we saw for Vodafone Idea. Just the difference was here we are sending an SMS to 121 instead of 199. So other than that, everything was same. So coming to Geo, we have a slightly different approach. Slightly different. It's not approach. It's a different method. Basically, there is a couple of attributes you need to give while sending an SMS to 199. It's the same 199 what we used for Vodafone Idea. So here they're asking for 32 digit EID and 15 digit IMEI. So both these information you will get it from settings, I think in general about. So there you will get all this information. So just send it in the right format and just follow the right prompt instructions which you see on the screen. So everything was same. So let us know if you have any doubts on this one. So I'll try to get some more information if you have anything to comment. So this is all I have on this video. So if you like this content, please give a like and subscribe. Thank you.